Hello everyone, this is Akhier, and we've got some more Dwarf Fortress. I've changed many things. Not really, but that's one way to say it. First of all, everyone's null. Null, except for the children and the poet and bards and king. Mostly because I did what I said I was going to do. I went through and basically nulled out what everyone was. Got a big old list of stuff here, and I figured you'd probably want to actually know what's going on with the dwarves. So that's a thing. Okay, close that. Wiki away. Okay. I guess the first thing I can do is right away, Sigum, right? He's the chief medical dwarf. There's no really question about that. Okay, first up is miners. Thimble is mining. And Unib Elizabeth something. Unib. He's technically also a wax worker, but that's just because he's an accomplished wax worker, which is higher than his competent mining skill. Oh, and Bemble is a high master. We managed to get a migration wave, and I kind of just let that go through. So I think Bemble's one of the new guys. So that's a thing. And with that, we have 2 miners. Next, we'll want a woodcutter, which none of those guys actually managed to be it. We want Iteb, Doxgaz, whatever. Which was actually our craft dwarf, ironically, but High Master Weaver does not make him worth more than his talented, or High Master, or wait, no. Never mind. No. I messed up there. Woodcutter. Okay, never mind. There is apparently a guy who is a woodcutter, and that would be Thob. Presumably some of those others are woodcutters, but Thob's a competent woodcutter. Even if he calls himself a woodworker. Cut that out of there. Move it over here. And cut the crafter out of there and throw him at the bottom of the pile. Boom. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. Anyway, moving on. We want the mason next. And the mason is Logum, which I think was already our mason to begin with, so that's cool. Masonry. And he's actually also a building designer, so let's throw that on if he doesn't already have it. There we go. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, were you carpentry? You were woodcutting. Carpentry is the next one. I'll give you that as well, along with the 2 miners. Or actually, no, you're not likely to have the time. There's a mechanic somewhere, I just don't know who it is, but Edem is a carpenter. I'll also give you architecture, so that we have a few people with it. Yeah, I don't know what happened with mechanic. I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in here that's a mechanic, but whatever. We have cook, which is Irush, Ruth something or other. And obviously, Irush, yeah, there we go. General, yeah, see, talented cook. We'll give the farming to him like that. And he's actually a cook. Interesting. Okay. Next we have a miner, which or not miner, but brewer. The things that don't go to miners. Doduct. Who manages to be better than others with a high master brewing skill. After that, we'll get into the some of the other more interesting things, like we want the weaponsmith, who is Ishtan, who is actually our legendary, quite conveniently. Though I will not be giving him armoring, even though he is technically just as good as the person I will be giving armorsmith to, which is Ushat. But they do have the exact same amount of skill in it, and I just kind of prefer having them spread out a little bit, so that we don't just end up with one person dying and suddenly no more metal crafting. And of course then we'll want the furnace ops, which, yeah, furnace operators do their job. And the legendary furnace operator, which we managed to raise up all ourselves. This does mean that we don't have blacksmithing or metal crafting. I'll get around to it at some point. Now, that means we've taken care of all the really, really basic stuff, leaving us with a bunch of random people and then some stuff that we can't actually change. I have the list of all these random people just kind of hanging out here, but I want to do this relatively quickly, so I'm going to ignore that. We're just going to go through them and see if they've got any kind of skill of use. You know, technically I could use another miner. I don't think I have enough picks at the moment. Since you already have the miner name tag, we'll let you be a miner. You. Novice. Novice isn't very good. I come to here. Try this. Record P L boop boop. No dying, no brewing, no cooking, end. Hauler. Novice Dyer. Novice is just a skill level 1. Oh, I just realized. Let's try that again. Record P L dun 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 dun. No dying, no brewing, no cooking. Z Y P 1 2 3 4. Hauler. And we'll return to here. You are an engraver. That's fine. Stoneworking, stone detailing. We'll let you keep that. Actually, I'm assuming most of these guys right here are going to be engravers. Do I have an amount of engravers that I want? So we've got 2 engravers. That's a thing I can keep track of over here. Engraver 2. Presumably you are also engraver. Yep. That'll be 3 engravers. Most of these people I'm not bothering doing anything too fancy with. Novice skill. You are a Marks Dwarf. Crossbow, military. We will not actually. That's actually a point. You. IP, crossbow, military, leader. There we go. Because you are that is your job. And then we can go back to the crossbow military here and throw him in there. That'll do. Logum, crossbow, military. Didn't mean to do that. Picking up speed here. Hauler. Hauler. I think you're our backup medical guy. Yeah, you're our backup medical guy, so I'll give you jewelry in general. Or, yeah. Backup medic. We'll give you a fancy name for it. You're the weaver, woodcrafter, all that stuff. I think you are just the craft dwarf, and we'll just actually let you keep that as just a thing, and we'll give you architecture as well. Gonna be relatively light on the bone carver. No, thank you. You're an axe dwarf. Oh, you are a Marks dwarf. Crossbow, military. You're actually really good at the glass blowing stuff, it looks like. Sadly, that's not what we're gonna use you for. Yeah, High Master. Sadly, no, that is not what you will do. Olin. There we go. Competent mechanic. What's competent? Competent. We had a few people competent around here. Competent. That's only level 3. We'll leave that off for now. We'll go back to him. Adequate miner. Nope. Competent armor user and stuff. I guess this is a question of do I want and... you know what? I gave crossbow military. There we go. Novice engraver. You know what? I'll let you do some engraving. That puts us up to 4. I'm going to cap it at 5. What are you? Technically, you're a talented brewer. But we don't need a talented brewer. Nor an adequate brewer. Goodness gracious, that's all you were. And you are... Not very useful. Whew, taking up half the video. Skilled siege engineer, that's cute. High Master Miller. Well, actually, if I make him a hauler, he'll do that anyway. Nope. Of course, all these people that I'm making haulers, I can later on go back and throw them in the military. The reason why I'm not throwing the one guy into special adequate crossbow, anything where you've got a bit of a head up. I'm not hopeful for you. There we go. And that's everyone. Do we have any haulers in wrong positions? No. Okay. Yeah, that's everything. Mandate's good. Or wait, we missed one person that I left. Excuse me. Mechanics. There we go. Everyone's unhappy now. Okay, so we need 2 more crossbows and the steel helms. Equipment. Steel. Except I did that too late, so it doesn't matter. Whoops. Not gonna melt the single bolt there, but that's a thing to keep in mind that we have lying around. Melt that stuff out first. Other than that, I think everyone's just squared away now, so we made sure everyone's got the job that they need to have. Settings, finished goods, metal, settings, finished good, metal. Oop, we've got a ghost. Ghostly miner. We're working on it. Like, as soon as they finish smoothing down there. We've only got 4 smoothers. Actually, that's a good point. You. You aren't too good at... Nah, you're relatively weak at all that, so you'll smooth real quick. Now we have 5 smoothers. That should be fine. That out of the way, I'll need to come over here and steal. Set up a few orders for steel crossbows. Striking stuff. That means that and the miners up here. Yeah, and we have 3 miners, or should have 3 miners. there's those two, and there was the one guy that we also let mine. Don't quite see it hanging out, but weapons, steel, pick now.
I can't do it.
Okay. Can't do it. Got it. Okay, and military equipment. Weapon. Crossbow. Material. Steel. Weapon. Crossbow. Material. Steel. Helm. Helm. Material. Steel. Helm. Helm. Material. Steel. There we go. Only 6 people. We'll definitely need more than that, but it appears that this is going to be a slow process. Other than that, everything seems to be going along. Oh, dang it, we've got a... Is that just a little vein of... Yeah, it's just petrified wood. Okay, that's fine then. I was worried it'd be one of those things that actually takes up a bunch of space. That would be annoying. Remove that as well. And yeah, we've got the mechanics workshop there. The thing is, with the mechanics workshop, it's going to be the same like down there. Enable, forbid. Chalk. No wheelbarrow. Take from there. No bins. Why would I even have bins? Oh, because I did this. Wait. Settings. Disable. There we go. That was almost a thing. We can start putting down coffins over here. That'll be enough for the time being. We'll fill up the rest of the area.
Oh, lose me this.
Mandated the construction of certain goods. Make a low boot. Armor, steel, low boot. Helm. Never have too many helms, unless you have like twice your population. Not just the military, but even then, it's up for debate. Used for burial. Used for burial. Oh, hello. Wait, was there a wood chair toppled? That's odd. Oh, whatever. Burial. Was one of those a pet? No, it doesn't look like that's fine then. Human is fighting languors. Okay, that's fine. And the miner was put to rest before he caused too much mischief. So that's fine. Oh, apparently we had a weaponsmith hanging around as well. I completely missed him. Why are you fighting him? And you're the brewer. Why are you fighting him? Did you lose your nose? Squad A, kill. What? You've got to be kidding me. At least we've got a place for him. Where's the now ownerless one? Okay, free. Actually, no, that doesn't matter. He's dead. I was about to go and, like, guess I gotta go and do stuff with that, but no, he's dead. I don't need a hospital for the dead. I guess I could go through and see if there's... I think I did this already on the first wave of deaths, though. So we should be fine. But I'll do it anyway. Seems good. Squad A, kill list. D, E, F, G. Die! Wow, you are slow. Why are you slow? It's in your inventory. Yeah, you're just slow. What? Did someone else die? They shouldn't have. Oh, no, they found the brewer. Fair enough on that. Why are you so slow?
Oh, I can't figure it out. It was almost there.
I will do it myself. You should be hands.
Yes, I...
Back up, medic! Where are you anyway? Back up, medic. There we go. Wait a second. I guess I should... Yeah, possessed. Oh, yeah, it would put up its own, has been possessed, so they do have the appropriate stuff. He's gonna claim that, and he's gonna go and do all the nonsense stuff. Rough Keller. Actually, let's make sure I get all of it in case there's any lying around somewhere. Where were the rough gems? Six, 45 red tourmalines. Or what was that? That was 45. Okay. 15 crystal, still not. Red tourmalines at 45. That's all he wants. In fact, that is literally, he just wants that specific one.
Ach, no way.
Whatever. Kill list. Okay, yeah, nothing else hanging out that we need to kill. Got enough people that can do butchering and stuff, so everything should work out. By enough, I mean everyone that's a hauler. You know what? Since this whole level is basically just nonsense stuff, go and take care of it. And to finish the video, I'm just going to put more burial receptacles down. By more, I mean 4. Apparently we'll need to order some. Profile, queue, coffin, get me 20 more with the details that they're chalk. I've got a good amount of chalk again, so that's nice. Actually, we have a good amount of chalk again. We could go and build seafloor. Yes. That should be obvious enough. Then I can make it more obvious.
Completed. Hooray!
Red tourmaline earring. Actually, that's a good point. Gem stuff. Because we don't really need it being hauled all the way down here. I did say gem stuff, yeah. They should go throw it there, and then they'll go and throw it. Actually, that's a good point. I could go and unforbid that. Someone will go move it down into the safer lower area. And after I got that all figured out, we can end the video. After I go and melt all that. Okay, there we go. Not quite that much done in this video, but I think the fact that we got all that nonsense out of the way with getting everyone lined up since we had some deaths. Or wait. We lost the guy called Brewer. Dang it. You're a talented brewer. That's good enough. There we go. Problem solved. But yeah, seemed good. Oh, goodness gracious. It took much too long to do the in-between part. God, I just kept recording the whole stuff even though I wasn't talking. I'm at like 2 hours of recorded video for 1 hour of recording. But, you know. God, I miss Dwarf Therapist. Anyway, moving on. Time to end the video. AkhierDH on Twitter, Akhier on Patreon, and just in general, I'm Akhier, and I'm signing off.